What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBit Solutions, and in the next 4 minutes, we're going to try our best to break down the 4 series of futures which correlate to a series of ETFs that I'm going to be talking about, and I'm going to be asking for my friend's opinion. You would say that you're like a beginner trader, right?
Definitely beginner.
Yeah, so I hope you guys have fun. I hope you guys enjoy this video. And again, the reason that we're talking about this is in preparation for tomorrow. We want to make sure that we at least understand the overall direction of the series of kind of like ETFs and the way that they are trending. If they are trending down, then maybe we can trade the inverse ETF. So let's go ahead and get started. If you want to scoot a little bit in so you're still in the frame.
Yep.
Here we go. This is my YouTube channel. I have a little bit over 500,000 subscribers. So if you guys have not subscribed already, feel free to check that out. But this is the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform, and the first future that we are going to be talking about is /GC. And I'm also going to cover a very common question that I was receiving today, but it's about /CL, so just wait out for that one. But one thing that I like to focus on is, again, I like to look at the 180-day time frame. Looking at this, it was showing signs of a very consistent uptrend pattern. We could see this with the SMA line, that every time that it would push up, it would pull back, bounce off the SMA line, and then continue to trend up. That's a very healthy sign of an uptrend pattern. It continued to do that until it broke below, so it no longer found the support at the SMA line. It sold off, found a support right around 1280, and then began to push up. And guess what? It began to get rejected. So the old support level, which was the SMA line, became what? Old supports become new?
Dude.
Resistance levels. So okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I just don't want to say it wrong, you know?
Okay. I appreciate that. So, so old support levels become new resistance levels, as many of you guys know. So again, I'm going to set my alert if this thing breaks below 1300, right? Yeah. I'm also going to set my alert because, again, just because it's a pattern doesn't mean that it can't break it. It looks like it's trying to find a support right around this EMA line. And if we look a little bit closer, again, if you're planning on day trading something or short-term swing trading something that we've talked about multiple times before is that you want to make sure that your time frames accommodate your specific approach when it comes down to that trade. So if you're looking at day trading, then maybe looking at the 180-day analysis is way too much data to analyze, because more relevant patterns are probably within the past 1 day to maybe like 5 days to 10 days, whatever it is that you guys feel comfortable doing. So one thing that we're seeing right now is so I'm going to go back to the 1 day 1 minute chart. One thing that we're seeing right now is since the market has closed /GC, which is in correlation to JNUG, so we'll go ahead and talk about that right now. JNUG was showing signs of an uptrend pattern, right? So it started to pick up, but /GC began to sell off as soon as the market closed. So if this pattern continues, again, if it continues to make lower lows and lower highs, then that is in favor of JDST. If this thing begins to show signs of a reversal, then again, that goes in favor of JNUG. So just make sure that you set your alerts and that you keep an eye on that. So I'm going to set my alert for the break above the middle VWAP and then simply follow up with it during pre-market hours. The next one that we're going to be talking about was /NQ. Do you know what this is? No. Okay. So this is a NASDAQ ETF, meaning that this follows whatever NASDAQ it does, right?
Yeah.
So the really cool thing about this is it's correlating features, which is SQs and TQs, the two that you see on the left-hand side. If this thing begins to sell off, then you can make money trading TQs because this thing trends up when NASDAQ sells off.
So they're like inverse ETFs.
Yeah, because TQs is the inverse of SQs. Exactly. So the really cool thing about this is that you can analyze the future because the future continues to trade even after the market is closed. And then one thing that you can see is that, cool. So, when you look at a stock, you can't see any more data or how it's trending, right? But by being able to, after hours. Yeah. So natural gas or /NQ was showing signs of an uptrend, peaked out, began to sell off, and as of right now, it's trading between the middle and bottom VWAP. I'm not saying it's going to continue to downtrend, but if you see this pattern continue, then it makes sense on maybe why we want to pay attention to the inverse ETF, which is SQs. Yep. So moving on to the next one is /CL. One of the biggest questions that we're getting today is, should I swing trade DWT, which is the inverse ETF of /CL? What that means is when /CL goes up, DWT goes down. I traded DWT today. We did just fine. But one thing that, again, there should be always a reason behind everything that you do. Looking at /CL, what has it been doing? Trending up. What did it do today? It trended up. It began to trade in between the middle and top VWAP and did not break that pattern the entire day. So although it's overbought so many times, right? We've talked about this idea that yes, although something is overbought and super overextended and it probably should pull back, does not mean that it has to. So for you, right? If you day trade something and you want to day trade something because you think it's going to pull back, you can manage your risk within that day, right? Because it's a controlled variable. When it comes down to, swing trading something and there's no reason behind it because it's not showing any indication of a pullback just yet, it's based off of hope that it pulls back because it's overbought, that's an uncontrolled trade because you can't control how it performs during extended hours. And looking how it's trading during extended hours, does this look like it's pulling back? No, it looks like it's flatlining, right?
Yeah.
So no signs of a pullback. So it makes no sense, right? There's no actual reason or indication to swing trade DWT. At least that's my response. And feel free to share your own. /NG, again, one of the ones that I love to trade with DGAS and UGAS.
Often.
UGAS trends up when natural gas trends up. And guess what? Natural gas did a beautiful job trading between the middle and top VWAP today. But it became a little bit on the overbought side and then began to show signs of a downtrend. So if this pattern continues, quick little update. Tomorrow is Thursday, 1 hour after the market opens. Every single Thursday, if it sticks to the schedule, a natural gas report comes out. So again, one thing that I do during these natural gas reports is I simply buy the dip on whichever one sells off. I don't know how to predict which one's going to go up. So all I do is I buy the dip on whichever one sells off, as long as the one that sells off is the one that's previously trending up. So if it's trending up on the day and the natural gas report is not in its favor, then it simply pulls back, but the overall direction should continue. I have a whole video on that if you guys want to search it up on how I trade during the natural gas reports. But as of right now, natural gas is pulling back and selling off a little bit. It doesn't mean that, it's going to continue to do this, but if this pattern does continue and it trades in between the middle and bottom VWAP, then that is in favor of DGAS, which is the inverse ETF of UGAS. That's way over 4 minutes. Yeah, 6 minutes. Oh, shoot. Okay. That's pretty much it for today, team. I do have your series of, let's see. We have all your questions popping up right here. So you guys want me to, you guys want me to break down a couple other stocks. I don't want to do it in this video. If you guys are part of Learn Plan Profit or TechBit Solutions, post your stock alert in the watch list or group alert section, and I'll break it down right now. I'm going to be up for another an hour and a half. I'm just going to be eating some cereal probably. We have no milk. So
dude, I was going to say, we have milk.
Yeah, we'll probably go to Walmart and then start answering your guys' questions. So again, hope you guys are having an amazing time. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown. If you like these quicker breakdowns that get straight to the point, and for all my night owls, please give this video a thumbs up. Hope you guys can subscribe. Again, if you guys are not part of our free Facebook group, we have over 195,000 people. It's that first link in the description. And if you want to be able to see me trade live, again, watch my videos on YouTube, become familiar with my trading style. But if you want to become and work with me on a closer basis, click the second link in the description. You could watch me trade live every single morning. Thank you guys again for your time. Like always, continue working hard, continue following dreams. Let your passion be what drives your success. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.